Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just What I Am playing Octopath Traveler. Last episode we did some stuff. We finished off the final chapter 4, so now all the chapter 4s are done. And from this point onward I'm going to be doing totally optional stuff. At least I think so. Well, I'm pretty dang sure, because there's no story left. If you're also wondering, from this point in the game, I've never really seen anything else. Because I stopped playing after I finished the chapters. I also never did all the side quests, so there might be some different things for me to see, because I know there's new side quests. But before we do all of that stuff, there's a couple of things I'm going to do. I'm going to begin by getting all of the travel bands that you can get in the tavern, which are very specific ones, with 3 party members, usually. After that, I'm going to go through every single town again. And I'm going to see if there's any new people that I can steal from, inquire, beat up. I'm also going to fight the people who were too strong for me to beat up earlier. So, let us begin, shall we? What are you two doing? Are those cards? That's right, we were about to play a game. You should join us, Ophelia. That sounds like fun, but I have no idea how to play. Not to worry, we can explain the rules to you. It'll be a nice little break for all of us. Well, if you're offering, how could I refuse? That's how it started. What we thought would be a nice little break. Turned into something that we never expected. Ho-ho! The 8 of Swords, and 3 of them no less, a promising hand. 'Tis easy to know Tressa's hand, for she shows her delight and dismay plainly on her face. The problem is, what does Ophelia have? Hehe. Her constant smile makes her impossible to read. She must have a tell, but I've yet to find it. Well, I have 2 pairs, 3 swords and 5 cups. I have 3 of a kind, the 8 of Swords. I've got 4 of the same, 6 of staves, right? Unbelievable, Ophelia wins again. A deft player, to be sure. How do you do it, Ophelia? I just let the flame guide me. I see. You eschew greed, and let nature take its course. Let nature take its course? What kind of strategy is that? We all have that choice. Fight for what you desire, or let the chips fall where they may. Right. That's the first one done. Next up, let's go and take a look, because this is a little bit complicated. Okay. Cyrus, Tressa, and Olberic. Cyrus, Tressa, and Olberic. So I need to actually go to another town and enter the inn in another town, I think, to be able to activate these. How many are there even? There's a lot of them. We might be here for a while, people. So strap yourselves in, because I feel like it's gonna take me a while to get all of this stuff. Wait. I don't remember how you activate these. I know it's specific. I might need to travel like 2 times or something, which sounds like a stupid thing. But I will. As I can see, there's also more quests. New people, so we'll check those out eventually. What? Wait a second though. I feel like I have an idea. What might actually do it for me. Instead of traveling from one town to the other, I might just need to go over to this over here. And then I'll go and travel back over to Flames Crest, sure. No? Let's see. This is such an annoying thing. Party visits a tavern only after visiting or loading into a minimum of 11... Of course... Okay, no, that's the thing. When a banter is activated, an invisible visited tavern counter resets and starts back up again after loading into a different area. Moving between 2 areas repeatedly that were already visited once after the counter starts up again does not count. The banter can also be triggered by loading into a different areas first with any party setup, and then changing the party to the required setup for the specific banter. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. That's actually a better idea. So I actually have to load in between 10 different areas. I'm sorry, 11 different areas to get another one of these banters to happen. Right. But there's another way that I'm going to do this, which is going to be a little bit easier. It's like this says over here. So the thing I'm going to be doing is saving my game and then reloading my game every single time, and then just getting a different part instead of going. This is ridiculous. This is actually ridiculous. But oh well. I did kind of expect this would be complicated. If there was such a ridiculous wall of freaking text over here to explain how this works, I was pretty dang sure it was not going to be simple. Well, at least there's people who've already figured out how this works, so that's nice. Means that I don't have to do it. Oh joy. I think I'll meet you guys here once I have figured out how to do this. Otherwise I might just reload my save from earlier. Why don't I just do that? You know. Return to title, huh? Sure. Yeah. I don't care. Okay. So we've already seen Let's Play a Game. I have to reload this every single time, but whatever. How many? There's a lot of them, so I should just deal with it. Oh, autosave. Right. Autosaving is a thing. I think I'll go back to this one. So, Cyrus, Tressa, and Ulberic. Let's see. Cyrus, Tressa, and Ulberic. Oh no. Oh, what's the matter, Tressa? Someone told me a ghost story, but I can't stand ghosts, they're so scary. I suppose the notion of spirits can be somewhat terrifying. And you know what else is terrifying? Thunder, and deaths, and... That's a strange one. Strange? Now what are you afraid of? Now there's a question. I'm most interested in knowing what can wield the unbending blade. Well, I am a poor swimmer, though that is more a weakness than a fear. Well, that's a surprise, coming from a man of action like yourself. I swam a little as a child, but then forgot the skill as I grew into manhood. Too much muscle, I warrant. Probably sink like a stone. Mayhap, what of you, Cyrus? Do you have any weaknesses? I have a sneaky suspicion that it may be singing. A suspicion. Well, whenever I give voice to a song, people look at me with the queerest expressions. Also, they say things like, "Good thing you're a scholar, sir, and not a bard." Well, now I'm curious. Why don't you sing something for us? Perhaps one song, then. I do enjoy a good ballad, after all. Ahem. Well, what do you think, Tressa? Is something the matter? Best leave her be. I believe she is in the midst of ruining her curiosity. Ay, ay, ay. That's back to the title screen. Oh, boy. Why was I doing a 100% again? And that's a question. Okay. When did I make this save? Oh wait, this is my original save, right? I was like, when did I make that one? I made this one in 2019. Well, actually much longer before that, but I made another save later on. When I was jumping back into the game and then instantly gave up. Right. Next up we have Ophelia. Let's see. Ophelia, Therion, and Hanet. Let's go and get Hanet in here. So what's with the two rings on your necklace, Hanet? They are a keepsake from my parents. I touched them for luck before a hunt. A foolish superstition, I know. But I remember holding it tight before my first hunt. After that, it became a habit. I guess hunters need all the luck they can get, so I'm not surprised they believe in things like charms and rituals. I don't think it's limited to hunters. I have one as well. You mean praying to the flame? No, not exactly. Every morning after reading scripture, I wish for a blessed day, before carefully placing a bookmark between the pages I'd been reading. The bookmark I used is actually a pressed flower that I picked from a secret place I know. That is a fine ritual. May it can continue to blessen thy days. Oh, I do hope so. What about you, Theron? Do you have rituals or superstitions? Of course, theory is as prey to fortune's caprice as hunting. Whatever, I cannot read. So, what are thy superstitions? When I break into a house, I always enter with my right foot, and I knock on the door first, lightly, of course. I never look porters in the eye and steal from children's saving boxes. Also, stay. How many hast thou? As many as I need to make off with my price. Cannot decide if that makes you overly superstitious or eminently practical. Right. It would be nice if I could just, load my save data instead of going back to the title screen, but whatever. Right. Okay. Next up, we have Ophelia, Cyrus, and Hanet. Hello. Hello. Okay. Ophelia, Cyrus, and Hanet. Really, huh? Son of a bitch. I guess they gave me that one. Well, this is gonna be annoying. Okay. I guess, yeah. This is gonna be very annoying. So I need to get, what's his face out of the party? Yes, people, this is going to be the entire episode, probably. My apologies in advance. Right. Stereon. Or I can just remove people. Yeah. Well, that was easy. Hanet. So, Cyrus, Ophelia, and Hanet. Yep. Why, fresh baked bread. Delicious. A crunchy crust, a soft doughy inside, and at the center of it all, a wallop of wild strawberry jam. Gosh, Hanet, these are rather tasty. I'm happy that they please thee. It maketh the effort worthwhile. Wait, you made these? Thou needest not looking so surprised. I was given a jar of rose ship and strawberry jam. Then I asked the local tavern keeper if I might borrow in his oven. 'Twas but the work of a morning. I wish I knew how to bake. In a church, it's nothing but porridge and tack most days. I could teach him thee, if thou wishest. Truly, why, that would be splendid. What do you call this particular confection? Sweet, though. It is a popular treat in mine home village. Frankly, I would never have expected you to be such a good cook. Wherefore thinkest thou so? Hunters spend long days and nights in the woods. It behooveth us to know how to prepare meals, lest we starve in there. Needs must, eh? Well, as my professor always said, necessity is the greatest teacher. Necessity, yes, yet it pleaseth me even more that others find in my cooking agreeable. Perhaps next time I catch some game, I could make a stew, seasoned with forest herbs, with wild turnips on the side and applesauce, and I think Hanet's finally a calling. Right, next. Next up, we need Tressa, Olberg, and Primrose. Say, Sir Ulbrich, about that thing on your arm. My bracelet, you mean? It looks like it would fetch quite a price. Is that so? Are you going to appraise it? Can you tell me how old it is? Who made it? Where it came from? Not quite. I've got a hunch, that's all. Oh. But certainly it is of ancient provenance, passed down through the generations of knights sworn to protect the king. Surely it has seen countless battles and warded the blow of countless swords. I knew it. I could tell with just a glance. Sir Beric, let me buy it off of you. I'll make it worth your while. It is a symbol and token of the comrades who served before me. I could not possibly sell it. Oh. You mustn't give it so easily, my little merchant girl. Little? Hey, Primrose, have you always had that necklace? Why? Is your gut telling you it's valuable treasure too? I don't know about that, but it sure is unusual. What do you say, Primrose? Want to sell it? Sorry, it has a lot of sentimental value to me. Oh, you guys are no fun. Wow, just buying things, huh? Okay, next up we have Beric, Primrose, and Alphen. Oh. Well, Beric, are you alright? You're moving very gingerly. My back is terribly sore. The last few days have been hard ones. Want me to take a look? If you wouldn't mind, Alphen. What's the prognosis, Alphen? It'll clear up, nothing to worry about. I'll mix up stuff that'll help, but you have to avoid overdoing things. Very well. You certainly know your stuff, Alphen. Perhaps you can help me too. You see, my shoulder's been very stiff in recent days. Leave it to me, Primrose. Stiff joints are one of my specialties. Just bend your arm like so, right? And then I'll knee to this knot of muscle here. Oh, that does feel good. Ah, much better. Told you I can fix anything. You just gotta ask is all. Apothecaries are most useful. I like having an apothecary around. Wow. I love this game so much. Alright, back to the title screen. Next up, we need Primrose, Alphen, and Hanet. What? Oh no. Primrose, Alphen, and Therion. My apologies. Or do they need to be in a very specific order? That could definitely be a thing. So it's first Primrose. Wait. I cannot read. I cannot for the life of me read. I need Primrose, Alphen, and Therion. There we go. Jesus. Ah, now that's the best drink I've had in a long time. Said the same last time too. I did? Well, I'm speaking the truth. Here, have a taste of that. Not bad. You boys look like you're having fun. Ah, Primrose. Pull up a seat and join us. I'd be delighted. Do you want me to pour you more? That'd be grand. We've got lots to talk about after all. Not bad at all. Nice chat. Sounds perfect. Oh, they dozed off. I suppose they were tired. Oh, they look so cute, snoozing away like that. Oh, man. Right, back to the title screen. Okay, next up I need Alphen, Therion, and Hanet. Got a question. Are you good at are you any good at writing letters? Letters? Can't say I am. Talking sugar. I oft write letters. When I put my thoughts to paper, they become clear to me. So, do you deliver them as well? Yes, if there's someone I would have known my feelings, I give the letter in person. It's mighty wise of you. A letter is important, and you don't want some daft fool losing one. Are you speaking from experience? It's like this. I kind of messed up once, a long time ago. Oh? I was just a little kid. There was a girl in our village called Mercedes. Me and her and my buddy Zeph would play together from dawn to dusk most days. When Zeph and I studied late into the night, she'd bring us sweets she baked. But then one day we found out she was going to be sent off to live with distant relatives. Way over to the other side of the Middle Sea she was going. Chances are we'd never see her again. How sad. Well, Zeph wrote her a letter, and he gave it to me. He said he was too shy to give it to her himself, and asked me to deliver it for him. Turns out he was sweet on Mercedes. The plot doth thicken. Of course, I said I'd deliver his letter. I was his best pal, after all. So on the day that Mercedes was leaving, I headed to her house. But there I found that her coachman had suddenly taken sick and was too ill to drive the cart. I gave him a salve and some medicine, and after a while he was back on his feet. You can imagine I was pretty chuffed with myself that I could help. But Mercedes looked so sad, sitting up there on top of the cart. Thank you, she said. But why didn't Zeph come to say goodbye? That was the last time I saw her. I headed back home, ruminating about this and that. But clean forgetting about Zeph's letter. By the time I remembered, it was too late. Oh, thou didst not. Somehow I'm not surprised. So, what did you do with the letter? I gave it back to Zeph, with my apologies, along with some fish from the river. Taught me a good lesson, that little incident did. Oh, what was that? Deliver your own letters. Words to live by. Just so. Okay. Next up, we need... let's see. Next up, we need Ophelia, Primrose, and Alvin. I think. Oh, sorry. Ophelia, Olberic, and Alvin. There was quite a crowd here before, whatever was the occasion. A wedding parade, they were saying. You don't say. I've assisted at a number of weddings myself. Ah, indeed. Wakes and weddings alike all fall within the purview of the Church of the Flame, or do they not? That's right, needless to say, weddings are far more lively and extravagant. The highlight is when the bride and groom stand before the priest and blow out the 12 candles. That's when a couple make their vow to the 12 gods, right? Yes, although the precise words of the vow often differ depending on the local custom. They usually involve making a promise to face any hardship together and praying for the gods to watch over them. After the vows have been said, the newlywed blow out the candles. Come to think of it, I remember seeing a long wall of white cloth hung up around the candles. Indeed, the bride's family provides the cloth. But do you know the reason for it? I figured it was merely to keep out the breeze. In a sense, it is said that ill winds blow out from the afterworld when couples make the vows. The white sheets form a barrier between this world and the next, keeping death and misery at bay. You don't say. Live and learn, eh? When the time comes for either of you to be wed, I would be honored to preside over the ceremony. Sure. I should keep that in mind, should such a day come, that is. Right. Next up, we need... Cyrus. Let's see. We're going to need... Cyrus, Primrose, and Therion. Cyrus, you really could stand to learn a thing or two about the hearts of women. I could? Yes, but don't worry. I'd be happy to help. I have a feeling I might be in trouble here. Come on, just think of it like a storm. You can't stop it, just ride it out. Are you two having a conversation through glances alone? Not at all. It's nothing. Is that right, Zarian? Right. Is that so? Now listen up, Professor. You need to choose your words more carefully. Has my language been somewhat improper? On the contrary, you're too elegant for your own good. Women like charm and elegance in a man. This is true. But when you shower a girl with flowery words, she's bound to get ideas in her head. You have a face that girls are like to fancy. You'd better not. You'd do better not to raise false hopes. That was not my intention. I mean, I had no idea. I think that's her point. Of course, if you do have a true interest in a woman, you can whisper sweet sentiments to your heart's desire. Don't assume your feelings are communicated as if by magic, like some men seem to believe. Why are you looking at me? Because you're precisely what I'm talking about. I swear, if I could only mix you two together, I might have a real gentleman. Wow. I don't like that. Next up, we have... let's see. Fair enough. So next up we have Ophelia. Ophelia, Primrose, and Therion. No, wait. That's the one. Wait, what? No, what? I'm sorry, that was the wrong one. We have Ophelia, Olberic. So Ophelia, can you shut up, phone? So we have Ophelia. This is very difficult to see, by the way. That's why I'm struggling so much. I'm also watching this on my phone, which I probably shouldn't be doing. Can I zoom out? No, I can't. Well, shit. Doesn't really matter much. Ophelia, Olberic, and Therion. I need Therion. And then Olberic. Tell me, Olberic, how do you keep your skills as sharp as you do? Well, each day I practice various sword strokes, and do exercises to build my strength. Always work on the fundamentals, for these are the foundations upon which all fighters must build. A wise choice. What about you, Therion? Do you do any training? Nope. Never was one for practice sake. For me, experience is the best teacher. Oh, I see. I have an idea. What say we train together? Didn't you hear what I just said? Man cannot achieve such remarkable agility just by sitting in the Hell House. So he must train. Yet he claims otherwise. The question is why. Look, I think training together is a splendid idea. In fact, I think I'll join you. What's the expression? Two's company and three's even better? Something like that? Fine, but just this once, okay? It's a deal. Then let us go outside and begin. Right. Back to the title screen, and now I get to figure out what the next one is. So next up we have... Cyrus, Olberic, and Therion also. Cyrus, Olberic, Therion. Cyrus, what in the hell were you thinking there? Are you talking about the recent battle? I was only doing my part. Well, you damn near cast that one spell right in my head. That is because you were standing where it needed casting. Fine. Speaking of which, Olberic, I cannot help but notice you seem fond of charging in head first. This is how I do battle. I know no other way. Then might I suggest you peruse a book or two on tactics? It is most vexing to have one's allies running willy-nilly into the paths of one's spells. Gah, what are these two arguing about this time? I see. It is my duty to stand. Wow. It's my duty to stand at the van and stop the foe. If I fail to do this, then you do not have time to weave your magic. Magic we need, for there are some foes that can only be felled by your spells. You are quite right. I'm only effective for as long as you can protect me. And when my spells fail, Therion is there to sneak in and deliver a coup de grace. That's more like it. Just so, magic and theory are subtler arts than that of the blade. Warriors are simple men and favor the direct approach. Your ways are different, but no less formidable. Well said, my friends. I have nothing but the deepest respect for your fighting skills. The both of you, that is. There's something the matter, Zero. You've been silent for some time now. If you have something to say, let us hear it. I have the deepest respect for your ability to go on and on about nothing. Maybe next time. I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, man. Okay, next up. So we need Tressa. Tressa, Alfin, and Hanet. Not bad, eh? This is Highland chicken, right? It's been grilled to perfection. And this squid is the best to be found in Fisher's Bay. Can't you just taste the ocean? Shucks, Stress. Might want to think about slowing down there. Indeed. The girl is so slight. Where does she put it all? Speaking of grub, I suppose you mostly just eat what you hunt, huh? Alright. Such is the life of a hunter. When thou needest medicine, thou makest thine own, yes? But of course, I'm an apothecary after all. But I can't always find the ingredients I need. Until I hooked up with you guys, with you that is, you fetched me darn near everything I've asked for. I'm a proud hunter, pleases me not a failing. I've got it! Oh, whoa, you gave me a start there, suddenly shouting out like that? Yeah, definitely shouting, whatever. Thou hast got it? What hast thou got, pray tell? The three of us should go into business together. Huh? What does that mean? You can hunt for ingredients, Alpha will mix them into medicine, and then I can take charge of selling the product. We'd make a perfect team. A venture that would make the most of our individual talents. That makes an intriguing proposal. I know, right? You could really rake it in. So let's do it. What better time than the present day? I declare us open for business. Can I think about this for a bit? And I as well. What's there to think about? Come on, you've got to grab the bull by its horns. The thing is, I'm not wanting for money. I too possess all I need. I never thought making money could be such a deal breaker. Yeah. These people don't care about money. Right. Next up. How many more are there? Okay, not that many more. Let's see. So that's Cyrus. Cyrus, Primrose, Hanet. So, Cyrus, Primrose, and Hanet. Ah, how relaxing. A fine tavern, wouldn't you say? Indeed, the spirits are excellent, and all the better in the company of such lovely women. Excuse me? That's not very professional, Professor. Oh, it isn't? Oh, forgive me. Tell me, Primrose, thou hast danced in taverns before, yes? That's right. I could not imagine dancing in front of anyone, let alone drunken strangers. Truth be told, I envy thy talent, and the joy that thou dost surely feel it. I dare say Primrose brings a lot of joy to her audience as well. By the time she's taken a few steps, she has the entire room under her spell. You have a way with words, Professor. Perhaps we could all dance together next time. Oh, to be taught by Primrose, star of the stage, would be an honor indeed. I fear it may not come to me easily. Oh, it's simple enough. You just need to listen to the music and move in time with it. You don't have to be perfect or anything, just enjoy yourself. Dost thou truly believe in so? Well, I, for one, am gay. Nothing ventured, as they say. Huh, splendid. May I have this dance? Sorry, like this? And 1, and 2, and 3, is this right? Gods have mercy. Watching these two is like watching despair in motion. What sayest thou, Primrose? Well... I know, let's have another drink. This is a tavern, after all, not a dance hall. I told thee, did I not? Yes, quite. Maybe there's something to be said for sticking with what you know, eh? Alright, next. So, I need Ophelia, Tressa, and then I think Alvin. Yep. Right. So, Ophelia, Tressa, and Alvin. Oh no. What's the matter, Tressa? Look at my skin, Ophelia. I've got this nasty boil. Guess I haven't been taking good care of myself lately. But it sure isn't easy with all this traveling and fighting. I know what you mean. My hair's all frazzled and frayed. But I suppose it's no use. Good night of sleep and warm baths are a luxury on the road, after all. Not that the men seem to care much. Indeed. Something the matter, fair ladies? Oh look, it's the old medicine man. Hey, what are you calling old? I'm just teasing, Alvin. Anyway, what brings you here? It seems he's brought us something. You bet I have. Feast your eyes on this. This here is lovely lace, an herb known for smoothing and softening the skin. Rub it on any blotches, wrinkles, or boils, and watch them fade away. That's not all. Mix it with water and run it through your hair to make your locks flow like silk. Why, it sounds like a miracle. Ah, you really do have all sorts of treasures in that bag of yours. Haha, it's what I do. So, if I want some of this, how much would that cost me? I wouldn't think of selling it to my friends. It's yours for free. Ah, you're too kind. It's like it was sent down to us by Aelfric himself. I love the fact that Alvin is just like the handyman, you know? He's just a dude who helps everybody. Right. Next up. So, Tressa, Primrose, and Haunted. So, what was it again? I forgot. So Tressa, Primrose, and Haunted. There we go. Hey Haunted, you've got a cute pet there. Pet? I must agree, your snow leopard is absolutely beautiful. Ah, those speakers of Lynn. A beautiful beast she is, but she is no pet. She is my comrade. Even better now. Indeed, she was gifted to me by a fortune teller when I was but an infant. She hath always been at my side, and we haven't grown up together. We know everything about each other. We have our secrets. You don't say. Dost thou enjoy the company of beasts, Tressa? Oh sure, I have a pet squirrel back home too. Squirrels are shy creatures, aren't they? Can they be tamed? They sure can. Ours even helps out when we're buying supplies. She's got a nose for the ripest nuts and fruits, which we can turn around and sell for a big profit. A little merchant squirrel, how adorable. Charming indeed. What about you, Primrose? Do you have any pets? No, I don't. Although people often tell me I'm a lot like a cat. Huh, I can see that. You know how cats act like they want to be left alone and then end up following you and sitting on your lap? Aye, I too can see the resemblance. Is that supposed to be a compliment? Right. No, I'm gonna go and do something for a moment before I continue with this. The video is already 40 minutes long. This is an entire video of travel banter. Ba, 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 ba. So, okay. Next up we need Ophelia. Ophelia, Tressa, and Primrose. So, Ophelia, and then Tressa and Primrose. No? Let's see. Ophelia, Tressa, and Primrose. Do I need to get them in the correct order? Is it actually a thing? No? That's weird. Let's see. So that's Primrose. And then we have Tressa. Now we have Ophelia, yeah. There's one that I can't see, which is for women's ears only, which sounds like a very interesting one. I guess we're just gonna go and read it. Alright, there we go, people. I'm gonna be reading it like this. So, Tressa begins with, I think it's fascinating how we managed to find each other in this great big world. Don't you? Then we go to Hanet. Aye. It's as if fate have thrown us together. Then to Ophelia. Oh, it's Hanet. What? Oh, well that's wrong then. What? I guess the freaking wiki thing is wrong. Which could definitely be the case. No? I'm not losing my mind, right? No, wait, it's all of them. Oh, I just didn't see that. Okay. It's all of them. I just didn't properly take a look at this freaking crazy thing. I thought it was 3 people all the time, but no. Right now we've reached the point where there's 4 people. Okay, cool. Really? Really, huh? So you're gonna do it like this, huh? Let's see. Because it's Ophelia, Tressa, Primrose, and Hanet. Let's go and try doing it like that. And hope that I can get that one instead of the, you know, hey, you have a cute pet there thing. Please tell me that that's gonna work. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be happy. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba. Okay. So we begin with... let me just go and get everybody out of the party. We begin with Ophelia. Then we have Tressa, Primrose, and Hanet. That is the order in which the game is telling me. You've gotta be kidding me. Ugh. Well, that's annoying. Ba-da-ba. Well, I guess I'll meet you guys here once I've traversed 11 areas to reset this stupid thing. Alright, so those 10 areas did count. Is there a save point over here? Yep. So the thing I've been doing is going over to different towns and then going to the first area. Like basically just a road next to it, and then fast traveling to the next town, and then so on and so forth. That's how I made this happen. There we go. I think it's fascinating how we managed to find each other in this great big world. Don't you? Aye, it's as if fate has thrown us together. I look forward to hearing everyone's stories. As do I. Everyone, no matter how grand or humble, has their own story to tell. I want to know more about your hometowns. Were there any tasty foods there? Well, I once still visited to try our winter vegetable soup. Oh, that sounds delicious. I love vegetables. It's probably good for your skin too. And just one sip will boil me right up. How about you, Hanet? What's the food back home like? It is good, but in my village there is an inn that serves wild boar, roasted over an open fire. Truth be told, it is the finest food I have ever tasted. Roasted boar, gosh. That does sound good, but perhaps not the most romantic choice. Romantic? You mean like sharing a delicious meal with a special someone, right? Master and I oft ate together. Does that count as romantic? Don't tell me you've never been romanced before. I see I have a lot of explaining to do. It's like this. Ooh, Primrose, you have to tell us more. Yes, please, impart us with your wisdom. I too have some interest in what you knowest. Alright then, we'll start by telling me what kind of men you like. Hanet, you first. What's your type? Me? Well, I have not thought upon it, truth be told. Perhaps someone who is stronger than me. But... if such men exist, they must be ever so rare. Thinkest thou so? Oh, I wouldn't say rare exactly, but not common either. Every man has his weakness, it's just a matter of finding it. Ooh. I could listen to you talk about this all day, Primrose, you know everything. Thank you. So, Ophelia, what kind of man do you like? I was raised in the church, so I haven't had much opportunity to compare. But I suppose I'd want someone who's nice. Oh, how sweet. Oh, come on, try to be more specific, narrow it down a little. Indeed, what dost thou desire in thine heart? A desire? Well, there's no room in my heart for such a thing. There most certainly is, so tell us, we're waiting. I suppose it's rude to keep you waiting. Well, I'll try to keep it short then. I want a man who is compassionate, caring, thoughtful, and upright. He has to be able to handle a sword and also be clever like a scholar. Someone who is hard on himself but forgiving of others. Oh, and thought of me, of course, and broad-minded and tolerant and generally wonderful. Well, you definitely narrowed it down. Indeed, so narrow as to exclude all men that ever lived. You see, I knew I shouldn't have told you. This is so embarrassing. Ophelia, let me give you one piece of advice. Don't pin your dreams on a man. Ooh. How do you know so much, Primrose? It's amazing. It all comes down to experience, ladies. Gosh, I'm learning so much. And by the by, Tressa, you haven't told us what kind of man you like. What? Oh, you don't really want to hear about my type, do you? Tressa, we're waiting. Well then, if you insist. I like a man who doesn't try to return merchandise after he's already paid for it. That's so like you, Tressa. Primrose, hast thou that advice? Tressa, you need to forget about trading for a bit. You can't buy a good man, you know. It takes love and affection. Ooh! I'll take a lesson to heart. As will I. I've learned so much from your experiences, Primrose. Now what about thee? What sort of man dost thou favor? Me? Well, that's easy. See, what I like in a man is... Oh, would you look at that? We're out of drinks. I suppose we should call it a day. It's been fun, ladies. Let's chat again soon. But we're not done yet. Primrose, come back, Primrose. I like that one. That one's funny. Right. Oh, Primrose. Next up, we need Ophelia, Tressa. Let's see. Ophelia, Tressa, Alberic. Okay. A lot of people in any case. So, we need... I'm just gonna do it while I'm in the freaking tavern. Because I keep forgetting. Right. So, I need Ophelia. I need... So... Tressa. Primrose. Which is already in the party. Oh no, wait, that's the... fucking shit. I need Ophelia. I need Tressa. I need Alberic. Alberic. So... And then I need Alvin. Son of a bitch. Well, I guess I'm gonna be grinding this again. Alright, here we go. Is this the one? What do you mean? Oh, it's because Cyrus is over here, you asshole. Alright. Is this the one? Are you kidding me? Okay, will I finally get my travel banter? Oh no, indeed. Wow. Okay, here we are again. Thank you, finally. Hey, Tressa, is something the matter? Looks like you've got a lot on your mind. Well, there was a man sitting over there, right? Right. He seemed awfully cold with that cloak wrapped so tightly around him. Exactly. He was clinging onto that cloak for dear life. So I was just thinking, if you needed to get him to take off the cloak, how would you do it? Oh, a riddle, is it? I would challenge him to a duel. Should he accept, he would naturally remove the cloak of his own choosing. I suppose that's fine if you've got a big sword and don't mind getting into a fight. Huh, she's right there. You can't go pushing your weight around and bullying people to fight you all the time. Then what would you do? Simple, I'd make friends with the fella. Share a mug of meat, tell a few jokes, and then ask him to take off the cloak. I very like you, Alvin. It's easy to get people to trust you when it's your job to cure them. And you, Ophelia, how would you do it? We? Oh well. I don't know. Perhaps I'd take him somewhere nice and warm after all. I wouldn't want him to take it off if he was cold without it. Now ain't that just like Ophelia? I guess he'd be more willing to listen to a request from someone so considerate. You know, I'm learning a lot here. I suppose you'd offer to buy the cloak, right, Trissa? You got that right, except that cloak happens to be a collector's piece. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't part with it willingly. But thanks to you, I know just what to do. I'll challenge him to a fight, befriend him, and then take him somewhere nice and warm. If that doesn't do the trick, I don't know what will. Wow. I just noticed something. Well, whatever. I'm used to the grinding anyway right now. Who's next? Let's see. Oh, yay. Now, nothing makes sense anymore. Cool. Go back to that part of this freaking thing. Thank you. Okay, next up. We need Cyrus. Actually, we need just the rest of the party. The people who aren't in my party right now. The other part of the party is what I need. So let's go and get you guys out of here. Therion, Cyrus, Primrose, and then Hanet. And now we get to grind again! Yay! Okay, so I've been trying to make this appear a couple of times already, but it won't. For God knows what reason, so we're just gonna be reading it like this. The thing is called 4 Talents. So it's Primrose, Hanet, Cyrus, and Therion, yeah. Cool, it's a really long one. Here we go, people. Hope you're ready. Begins with Primrose. Where did Lind get to, Hanet? Then back to Hanet. She hath gone outside, running about and chasing hares, I warned. Back to Primrose. Of course. She's so docile and obedient. I sometimes forget that she's still a wild creature. Then to Cyrus. Just so. Then back to Hanet. Cyrus, I will that you're not sneaking up on me like that. I might loosen an arrow into your side. And then back to Primrose. Can we help you with something, Professor? Then back to Cyrus. I find myself most fascinated by your ability to control beasts, Hanet. If it were no trouble, I would like to ask you some questions at some opportune time. And back to Hanet. Of course. Truth be told, I'm curious about all of thee too. Primrose and her dancing, Cyrus and his studies, Therion's thievery, and Therion, that's so. Back to Hanet. Especially thee, I wonder how thy fingers become so dexterous. Back to Therion. Practice makes perfect. Back to Cyrus. Speaking of which, I have observed you sometimes writing and whittling with your opposite hand. And then to Primrose, is that practice too? And then Therion, Back to Cyrus. So you train both hands to improve your dexterity. And then back to Therion. Why so perplexed? It's not much different than you practice your aim. Or Primrose practicing her dancing. Back to Hanet. Just so. Primrose, thou dost leave in our company and hiden thyself away at times. Back to Primrose. I hate spectators during practice. I need to get a dance perfect before I can do it in front of anyone. Back to Cyrus. You're dedicated to your art. Back to Primrose. So what about you, Professor? Do you practice studying? Back to Cyrus. In my case, I develop my powers of deduction and insight by reading tomes and closely observing people. I attempt to guess what other people are thinking. It sharpens my mind, and I confess amuses me too. Back to Hanet. That reminded me. Earlier, Lind growled at thee in warning. Back to Cyrus. Was that a warning? I suppose I should apologize for what had transpired earlier then. Back to Primrose. Oh, and what's that? Back to Cyrus. You see, I was curious about snow leopard biology, and so undertook a careful study of Lind. Back to Hanet. For mooring tonight? Back to Cyrus. Precisely. Back to Primrose. It's no wonder the poor dear's wary of you. Back to Therion. I hope this has been a lesson to you, Professor. Okay. I'm sorry if that sounded very confusing, but I'm sorry. There's just no other way that I can deal with this. So, Cyrus... We need Cyrus, Alberic, Alphen, and Therion. Next. Right, so, so all of the men, basically. Alberic and Alphen. Why is this not working all of a sudden? Is the game just being like, travel banter, you're not getting any, bitch? Because that would be very annoying. Well, annoying, it would just be... Well, it would be annoying, yeah. I would personally find that to be quite annoying. Indeed. Let's go and see if we can make it work right now. If not, I'll just go and read it. I don't care anymore. Yeah, I'm done grinding, I'm sorry. I'm just reading it. I don't want to grind this is annoying. Alright, so let's go and read the drinking contest. We begin with Alphen. That's your doer, now the ale's ready for drinking. Then to Cyrus. Now we're all here, right on time. Then to Therion, but I want everyone to know that drinks can be enjoyed all the same in complete silence. Back to Alberic. Come now, where is the fun in that? Back to Alphen, and I pronounce the official drinking games underway, gentlemen. You may begin. Then we go to Cyrus. I concede. Alphen. Giving up early, aren't you, Professor? Or ain't you, Professor? Back to Cyrus. Indeed. You must forgive me, but I'd rather not drink. I'd rather drink at my own pace, or not at all. Back to Therion. Out, but not down, huh? Then back to Cyrus. He's a man who... These are all in, like, their mind, by the way. He's a man who liked to savor his drinks, it would appear. And to Alphen. I've got to hand it to you, fellas. Guys back in the village would already be under the table. Then back to Therion. Thieves who can't hold their liquor aren't long for business. To Alberic. I too oft had need to drink in my younger days. Familiarity breeds resilience. Then back to Cyrus. Indeed. But there are limits. Practice and familiarity can only take you so far. Back to Alphen. Well, I ain't done yet. Another round. Some time passes by. And then we have Therion. Alright, I'm calling it quits. And Alphen. Haha, you little livered milksop. I'm good for another cask. Back to Therion. I know when to cut my losses. But I've got to hand it to you. You're stronger than you look. Back to Alphen. That's what they all say. And then to Cyrus. 'Tis a wise bandit indeed, who puts down his glass before his agility is adversely affected. Back to Alphen. It's just you and me, then Alberic. And then Alberic. Haha, let the duel commence, my medicinal friend. And then Alphen. Uh-oh. And then Alberic. Whoa. And then Alphen. By the gods, it's like a bottomless barrel. He's been smiling and relaxed, like he's only on his third mug. What's it gonna take to knock him out? And then Alberic. Whoa. And then demons take me, but I cannot seem to stop giggling. I haven't been pushed this far in a drinking contest since my contest with Earhart and match that I lost. Back to Alphen. I reckon the next glass will be his last then. Back to Alberic. Have I met my match once more? And to Therion. Alright, that's enough, you two. And then back to Alphen. What do you mean? I'm just getting warmed up. And then Therion. Tell that to the Tavern Master. And then Cyrus. I declare a tie. You are both victors. And then Alphen. Ah, shucks. Well, if they ain't serving no more, I guess we got no choice. And then Therion. Exactly. Alberic keeps laughing. And then Cyrus. It appears Sir Alberic continues to be amused. Nevertheless, what do you gentlemen say to finding another tavern that's still serving? And then to Therion. In the end, none of us can hold a candle to this guy. Alright, and that's all of the freaking travel banter. Get rid of this freaking... Yeah, get rid of that wiki page. So, my friends, I hope you enjoyed this very weird episode of just us playing Octopath Traveler and reading all of the remaining travel banter. And in the next episode, we're going to go around the world and looking for new people from whom we can steal, challenge, kill, eat, whatever. Goodbye.